The issue I will be covering today is how forced assimilation leads to the disappearance of universal languages. By universal languages, I'm referring to languages that transcend cultural, linguistic, and geographical barriers, including music, mathematics, nonverbal gestures, food, dance, and art. I will be connecting this issue to the Catholic social teaching document Welcoming the Stranger Among Us by the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops. Imagine moving to a completely new country. You already miss your home, your family, and your favorite food. Then someone tells you, cool, now stop speaking your language, stop making your food, stop dancing your dance, and basically become a completely different person. That's forced assimilation. It pressures immigrants and minority groups to abandon their culture to fit into society. This issue still exists today. Many immigrants feel pressured to hide their accents, change their names, or stop practicing traditions because they fear discrimination or exclusion. Over time, languages disappear, cultural traditions fade away, and entire communities lose a part of their identity. Honestly, humanity without cultural traditions would be so boring. The Catholic social teaching document, Welcoming the Stranger Among Us, explains that immigrants should be treated with dignity, respect, and compassion. The bishops teach that people should not be forced to give up their culture in order to be accepted. Instead, society should recognize the value immigrants bring through their traditions, beliefs, talents, and experiences. United States Conference of Catholic Bishops argues that welcoming immigrants strengthens communities rather than weakens them. The main idea of this document is that every human person has dignity because they were made in the image of God. The document also explains that richer societies have a responsibility to welcome migrants and refugees, especially when people are fleeing poverty, violence, or hardship. At the same time, immigrants are encouraged to contribute positively to society while still preserving their cultural identity. This teaching connects strongly to the problem of forced assimilation. If people are pressured to erase their cultures to belong, then society is not truly welcoming. Catholic social teaching says diversity is not a threat, it's a gift. Different cultures allow people to learn from each other and build stronger communities. Food, tradition, art, and music help connect generations and preserve identity. Losing those traditions can make people feel disconnected from their roots and even from their families. For example, many children of immigrants grow up no longer speaking the language of their grandparents. That can create a cultural gap within families. Traditions that existed for centuries can disappear in only 1 or 2 generations. This type of assimilation misses the entire point of humanity. Humanity is nothing without culture. Imagine a world without any cultural impressions. It would basically look like this. Everything that exists in our lives, from the food we eat to the ways we express ourselves to the movies we go see, all has been connected through various cultures. This diffusion around the globe is what makes our world such a unique place, especially in cultural hubs like the UK, the United States, and Canada. These places attract many migrants in hope of a better life. Many times, countries like these are referred to as melting pots because so many different cultures come and live in one place. However, I believe that they're more like chopped salads. The cultures don't all melt together into one big blob. They stay unique in their own ways while all coexisting in the same place. For example, in New York City, it takes all of 10 minutes to walk from Chinatown to Little Italy. These cultures haven't become one simultaneous blob. They've kept their unique traits while also existing around each other. It's beautiful and reflects how humans can live together despite cultural and language barriers. The mindset that truly allows for assimilation to grow and encourages it to develop is this idea that there is a central culture that will be destroyed. There's never been a central culture. Immigrants who live in these huge countries that have hundreds and thousands of immigrants might still feel a pressure to become someone of that country. Not simply the urge to become a citizen of that country, but the urge to completely assimilate and become one with that country, completely leaving their old culture behind. While it is true that sometimes this urge doesn't have anything to do with outside pressures, a lot of times it does. Comments on the way someone looks, dresses, or acts can really force people inside of a bubble. Tell them that their culture is weird or uninteresting or not accepted in this place, when in reality, the bishops call us to accept all cultures. It's very important that we continue to be curious, not judgmental, and ask questions, not make assumptions. In fact, curiosity is what leads to this beautiful gateway of all different types of cultures. We must encourage cultures to keep thriving instead of trying to block them and prevent them from continuing on for generations. Many of us have either experienced or seen cultural assimilation in our lives or in the lives around us. It's quite frankly really depressing. I believe the true way to prevent this is to be able to find the beauty in all cultures. It's really not that hard. I believe that inside we all have this innate pursuit of human connection. Regardless of your beliefs or culture or way that you live your life, we all strive to be connected to one another. These universal languages are foundational for this pursuit of connection, especially because a lot of them can be experienced without a language barrier. Art, such as dancing or physical art or singing, can be experienced by anyone of any language. You don't need to speak another dialect to be able to feel the beat of a rhythm, or be able to visualize what people are doing, or be able to break down art and see what the artist is trying to tell you. It surpasses any sort of barrier that may come into play. But when cultures are forced to assimilate, we lose these arts. You don't get to experience them. And with the inability to experience new things comes a growing prejudice against other cultures. To address this issue, society can take several actions inspired by Catholic social teaching. Schools can teach multicultural history and celebrate cultural traditions instead of encouraging students to fit in. Communities can support cultural festivals, language programs, and immigrant-owned businesses. Governments can create policies that protect immigrants from discrimination and encourage inclusion without demanding assimilation. On a personal level, people can make an effort to appreciate cultures different from their own. Something as simple as learning about another culture's traditions, trying new foods, or attending cultural events can help create respect and understanding. In the words of Anthony Bourdain, world-renowned chef, some people say, "Make America great again." I say, America was great all along. Some of us just forgot why. It's great because your grandfather and my grandfather and just about everybody's damn grandfather or great-grandfather crammed themselves, snuck, bought their way, or was dragged onto a boat, and in one way or another allowed themselves eventually to dream. You still can. There's still room. And in some places in America, apparently, you are still welcome. Welcome, stranger. This land is your land.